So I'm Larxa, and I'm gonna run Alien Isolation any percent in the category CC only, which stands for crouch clipping. And the run starts a novice, so I'll give a. Oh yeah, also my commentator here is this. He's with me.
Hello, everybody.
Literally. So he'll be talking maybe a bit about the run as well.
Yeah, I flew all the way to Belgium for this run.
Yeah, insane. Alright, I'm first gonna get the settings and then I'll give the countdown. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go.
Yeah, so this run is in high FPS, like around 140 FPS, so that we can crouch clip through doors, basically. So it's very important to have a high FPS for this game, because otherwise the game won't break. There's also like an FPS category, which breaks the game even further. You don't only crouch clip, you also just walk like really fast everywhere. It's like no downtime, basically.
Yeah, so this run is around 20 minutes. Well, a bit more than 20 minutes, like they're around 30. There is a even more broken category that's like 10 minutes or something, but we're gonna play the game a little bit more standard, I suppose, but not quite. This game is actually like 10, 15 hours casually, but we're just gonna be like going straight to the end of the game. Yeah, right now she's doing the intro. Pretty amazing intro. She's gonna be getting dressed. You start out naked in this run. And she's gonna run around and talk to some people and get things going.
Yeah, we're gonna skip some dialogue. So we speed up like all the objectives in the intro, because intro is quite long casually. Oh yeah, normally this run is in Italian, but I kind of forgot to put it to Italian, so we're gonna stick to English for now.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah. I'm sure the viewers prefer English.
Yeah.
You want to know a weird fact about the whole Italian language thing?
Tell me.
So the fastest language in Alien Isolation is actually French.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
It's faster by like point something seconds, but most runners just prefer Italian.
Taylor.
Oh, interesting. Because I saw a lot of French and I was like, someone said, put it to Italian. I was like, okay, interesting. So it's like
the
a
French
meme
is
then.
The fastest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Italian is the meme, I see. But it is like bad. Samuel's RNG can normally stand like closer, but that's okay.
She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
Now go back to Taylor.
Yeah, so just a lot of talking to NPCs here. Very scripted section, so not too much you can do in terms of speeding it up.
Yeah.
It's probably been up for hours.
Alright, now we go trigger the mission for the briefing. Then we have like one small strat. We can open the door here for our friend.
I'm gonna hold the door.
Yep. There we go. And here as well.
So while we're waiting for a friend to walk, so Larxa, what got you wanting to run Alien Isolation?
I've always been like a really big Aliens fan. And, that's just one of the big reasons why I wanted to run the game. But especially this category, because I saw how broken it was. I was like, damn. I want to beat this game in like half an hour. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty easy speedrun to pick up. So if anybody has interest, there's definitely some resources out there, and you could probably learn it in like a day. It's pretty straightforward.
But in turn of the run being straightforward, there's so much like RNG. Oh,
yeah.
Oh goodness.
At the top level, this run is very reset heavy from what I've heard.
Yeah.
There's one or two super RNG like choke point sections, and it's like the player doesn't even have any control. You just get there and you pray.
Yeah. So while she gets up, you can hold Shift W and hope for a fast walk. Let's see. Yeah, we got the fast walk here.
Yeah, so anytime you're in a spacesuit, there's a... I don't know if it's RNG. I've heard mixed things, but essentially if you hold W during the loading screen, you can run like twice as fast when you're in the spacesuit. And there's one part at the end of the run where it actually saves an insane amount of time because you're in the spacesuit for like a minute or two just holding W. So very, very important to get that if you're going for a record, but hopefully she can get it. And got on the first one at least.
Yeah. Here we trigger just a bunch of set pieces.
Playing pretty intended so far. Things are looking normal.
Yeah, this is the first like scripted item. Almost all item pickups are RNG except for this one. That's a very, very important flare.
Yeah, that flare is gonna help her later on. The new strat.
Elevator.
I think my favorite part of the run is that the moment you get going, like in terms of doing all the tricks, it pretty much stays that way until like pretty much the end.
Anyone here?
It was like 3 minutes of like, all right, walking around talking to people. Then once you get to like this part right here, it's
Anything here work?
going.
Yeah, so she's doing a thing called crouch clipping, and essentially you bind crouch to your scroll wheel, and you're doing it in a rhythm where your character, like with each crouch, you just keep moving forward, and if you time it right, you just like go so far forward, you just go through the door. And you can see it, like she's already like at the halfway point of the game right now. But the thing about this game works perfectly fine. You can go to whatever area and there's no like triggers or checkpoints you need to hit. It just all works. So if you can get somewhere, if you can get to the end of the game, you can just beat it. So she's clips out of bounds and hits one of the mission triggers, I believe. And yeah, now she's pretty much at like the halfway point. It was about 6 hours casually skipped, no problem.
I keep moving.
We're gonna wait here. Yeah, for like crouch clipping, so we first like, you know, just standard crouch in front of the door before we crouch clip because we have to like break the initial barrier of the door. Just sounds very weird, sounds crazy, but there's like a couple barriers that you have to break through, and like just initially crouching slowly in front of it like breaks the first barrier, causing you to go like really smoothly through the rest of the doors. And you were just like wait and hope that yeah, so the alien in Alien Isolation is called Steve, and Steve on Novice is pretty like he can't see us or hear us, luckily, so he can just stand here.
Steve, the official name.
Yeah. Yeah, we all call him Steve. Okay.
Yeah, so she's gonna ride this tram, and then she's gonna go to another tram.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of waiting around in the run, despite it being fast.
It's a shame you can't clip through these white doors.
Yeah, I keep trying.
You'll get it eventually.
There you go.
Do you know with like the little gate afterward, you can partially clip the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, she clipped through there. Clipped through at that time, I think.
Yeah. So funny enough with that as well, when Larxa was originally going into the, trying to avoid Steve in the first tram.
Yeah.
Right when the tram came, she could have technically done the crouch clipping there, but it's not really worth it because if you don't do it, you die.
Yeah, exactly. I've died there a few times.
Oh yeah.
So, marathon safe strats.
Yeah, so she has to remove this brace because otherwise the game will soft lock later, I believe.
Yeah.
And she's waiting for the tram anyways, so it doesn't waste any time, so gotta do it. Might as well.
Please call for zone and power.
Yeah, next up, we're gonna encounter our first humans, fellow humans, who are our enemies.
Station service.
We're gonna go grab the gun, and sometimes they shoot at you, that's why I heal there. Yeah, the checkpoints are really brutal in this run, because you like skip through everything, so checkpoints are very, very far back.
I didn't even notice there were humans here.
Well, it's a bit further than this part here.
She's just
There you go.
wedging her way through that big, fat, invisible wall.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite clips.
I just love how seamless it is sometimes. It almost looks like you're meant to go through
Yeah.
the walls.
After this part, we go grab the gun in like hostile area and hopefully not get shot. But it's on novice, so damage is just like a suggestion here. Oh yeah, this is a new loading area, and that's why I have to like crouch before I clip through. There you go.
In the super fast category, do you even get the gun?
I don't know actually. Oh,
You just immediately go to that part of the game where you're walking like outside the space.
Yeah, the spacewalk.
Yeah, because I think you do the same thing where you go through the big door we're about to go to, but then after that, I think you go through the door that you'd be going through with the spacesuits.
Gotcha.
oh yeah, to grab the gun there, I did something called psycho walking or psycho running. The runner psycho found this glitch. If you walk diagonally to the right, so if you walk to the right diagonally and crouch in like a rhythm, your footsteps will be silent, but it only works when going to the right, not when going to the left.
Yeah, you're basically crouching as each footstep is supposed to happen, at least as far as I know, that's how it works. And you're just, you're muting the footstep audio. Yeah, the xenomorph, Steve, listens, like he hears all the sounds. So it's a very, very important strat, especially later in the run. So yeah, this is called the elevator, and it used to be really horrible to go through, but that's what we were talking about with the flare.
Yeah.
By placing a flare on the ground, when you clip into the door, it like pushes you further forward, which makes it way easier to get through.
Ripley, I'm awaiting your signal. Do you read?
And yeah, now she's at mission 18.
The ends, basically.
Pretty much the end of the game.
I'll say right now, really good job on the elevator. I know people like you go into that wall and it takes forever to actually get through, so.
Yeah, that new
Also-
strat is really good.
Yeah, on this part here, she doesn't actually have this tool to hack the panels, but apparently the trigger or the check for the game to see if you have the hacking tool is right in front of it. So if you actually interact with it from the side, you can just use it. Like you can just use the hacking tool. It's very weirdly programmed, but it's good that it works that way.
Yeah.
So. And that guy on the ground can actually grab you. He's like a sleeper robot. But luckily, if you're looking at them, they can't grab you.
The
So.
docking clamps are engaging.
She's gonna throw this flare here to distract the xenomorph.
Gonna make a marathon save because this is the hardest part in the run, honestly.
Oh yeah. For reference, this mission we are approaching on Chapter 18, Mission 18. Right now, once Larxa's gonna be heading back down, is we I think 3 aliens kind of wandering around the area. So hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, so that's Steve. We're just gonna run past and hope he doesn't chase us.
Yeah, this part is incredibly hard. Like, your psycho running has to be perfect, and your turns are very important, because in the psycho running, when you turn to the left, you make noise. So, yeah, like your footsteps are silent, but not when you turn. But we have to turn, you know, to go down the staircase.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's really that complicated. You know, you're just running down a staircase, but like, just very minor movements. If you make a footstep, Steve will hear you, and he'll kill you before you can get to where you need to go. And yeah, there's been some, you know, this game's been ran at a few different marathons, and some runners have had a really hard time here. So hopefully she'll get it in a few tries.
Yeah, no. I die here on average like 3 times, so don't worry. We're like,
Yeah,
I'll get it eventually.
This is pretty much like the hardest part of the run, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also, it was mentioned earlier at the RNG, not only this section, there's going to be another section later that hopefully won't be too mean. So this is why the estimate, like, if it seems high, trust it's accounting.
Wait, I think I can use the maintenance rig instead.
Yeah, the estimate is basically because of this part, and this part alone. Yay, she made it. All right, 3rd try.
Oh man, that's stressful.
First try, every try.
Yeah, first, 3rd try. Let's go. But yeah, the trick there, because right before the run, I was talking to the world record holder, and he gave me like a really interesting tip for that part. Like the last small flight of stairs, you know, right before you get the spacesuit, you have to like basically not turn. Like if you turn there, it's over, and I had no idea. Because none of the guides really tell you that.
Yeah, this game has a lot of like like you ask a runner about a certain trick and they'll all tell you something different.
Yeah.
It just works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now there's a lot of RNG here. We need to pray for facehuggers and pray for a flare. And pray for shotgun shells, even more important.
Yeah, well, we did say this is one of the hardest parts. There are what the RNG parts we were talking about is coming up here. Her shotgun only has 4 shells, and that's enough to basically beat the game. And if she misses any of the shots, it's rip run, at least at the top level. So she needs to shoot this shotgun in a way where this, you know, the spread hits both of these facehuggers in one shot. Mm-hmm. She doesn't have enough ammo to kill, you know, to shoot each one individually, unless she gets very lucky and gets a drop. But ammo in this game is very RNG, so most of the time you're not going to have a second shot for this, and even if you do, it's obviously way slower.
Nice.
Okay, so she got that. Now there's another scripted facehugger that's going to show up. Needs to shoot. Okay, nice.
Wait, there's also a new strat here which I didn't do. It's called Hugger Boost. So you like shoot the hugger preemptively and you like teleport forward, which saves some time.
Yeah, you shoot it as you get grabbed or something like that, and it teleports you forward. Which, while you're crouching here in this tunnel, you know you're moving so slowly. It actually saves like 5 to 6 seconds.
Oh, Steve.
There's also the flare trick right there. By throwing the flare early, you can pretty much break the xenomorph AI, so you can just run through them.
Yeah, that's so funny to me.
It's easy too, and it barely looks like anything, but yeah.
Another small strat there. See shotgun shells. Shotgun shells.
Yeah, so she's gonna clip through the ladder here.
Go. Oof, that one is scary. If you die there, you have to do the hugger shot all over again.
Yeah, so there is actually fall damage, but if you lean while you're falling, it like resets it or something. I'm not really sure.
So a little skip there. That one was always like so clutch. The tram.
Man, this train scared the crap out of me on my first playthrough.
I died through this train a lot in my first playthrough, actually. Yeah, here comes the last like face hugger RNG parts.
Yeah. Thankfully, there is a checkpoint like right when you enter the vent here, so that's very nice. Otherwise, I don't know if you could even run this game in a marathon. Oh, and you got a first try.
Yep, these things kind of like block your path. That's annoying.
Yeah, so this is like the RNG reset point of the run. I guess both of them are. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, the facehuggers don't spawn the same way every time. So sometimes they'll be split up, and you just can't even shoot them both, and it's just a reset.
I love the fact that we pretty much talked about that whole thing like in preparation for the run, not during the run, and then she just gets it first try. It's God gaming right there.
Honestly, this has been pretty good.
Yeah. Apart from the stairs, that's been pretty good.
What do you need me to do?
Get up the airlock.
Curious what the final time is going to be. It's probably gonna be pretty close to your PB, actually.
Right now, for reference, you're about a 22:35 in RTA.
Okay. Oh, RTA even. I see.
Yeah.
Loading times are really slow in this game.
Oh yeah.
So here in the FPS category, CC only FPS, you can go very like you don't have to like slow walk here. You go very fast here. So.
Yeah, well, you're not even wearing the spacesuit. Right?
Yeah.
Don't you just like
Yeah, you just
through
like
the wall?
run through it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Also, I just realized something. Hold on. So I think last time you were on the show, it was back around I think March or so.
Yeah.
Or April. Didn't you get like the really difficult Little Nightmares 2 trick first try?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hunter skip.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I don't know how you manage that. Like, these are like the things that I've seen runs, I've seen live attempts of this game, that game, and there's the things that always reset the run and then you just first try.
Yeah, the stress and practice. Yeah.
She does
pays
great
out.
under pressure.
Apparently.
Okay, there's two last tricks still in the run, and then it's GG. We have the pistons that we need to We can do them like 2 by 2, so not one at a time. And then we have like fast walk, and that's basically it.
Yeah, so the fast walk isn't actually during this part. That was a little bit wrong on my part.
Yeah, it's
But
like
yeah,
right.
it's after this. They're during the loading screen.
Yeah. And I get my shout outs here. Big shout out to the Alien Isolation Spirit community. They're super helpful, by the way. They're such a good community. And also big shout outs to my chat, because they probably, some of them set an alarm to watch this run, so thank you. Crazy.
Sweet.
Yeah. And thank you for this, for
Honestly, a
flying
lot of
all the
the,
way over here to do commentary. That's just insane.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of your emotes in chat, so they definitely came out to
Aw,
support you. You
thank
love to
you.
see it.
Come on, I use the key cards.
Yeah, there's a speedrun strat here. If you interact and look like left and right at the same time, you gotta pull these pistons out, or pins. And if she does it right, she'll trick the game into thinking she's doing 2 pins at once. We'll see if she got it here.
Yep.
So yeah, you can see the one on the left gets pulled out at the same time. And that actually saves quite a bit of time. And you can do it on both, so. Did she get them both?
Normally, yeah, normally. I think I hit the trigger. Sometimes it won't show up.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Oh,
Yeah,
you got
there
it.
you go.
Nice.
Hey. Yeah, this run is a lot of tricking the game into thinking things, I've noticed.
Love how faithful this part is, like, to the movie.
Yeah, this part is really cool. I don't mind watching this part over and over.
This whole game is honestly so faithful to the movie. It's crazy.
Okay, now comes the last part. We need to hold Shift W and hope we get fast walk.
How much time does fast walk save again?
Verlaine, I'm on my way up.
I don't know, I think like 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, we didn't get fast walk, sadly. Ugh. But yeah, for fast walk, it's like, you know, you hold W during the loading screen and you pray. Yeah, no one has gotten it like consistent yet. There's like some
Verlaine?
there's like some strat to it to do it like right after the loading wheel or right before, but yeah, there's like no consistency for fast walk.
Yeah, and what fast walk essentially just lets you move at double movement speed. Just like stacks it twice for some reason.
Yeah. Bye bye, Steve. Bye bye.
And yeah, that's
That was
Alien
it,
Isolation.
boys.
When's time?
That was a fast run.
I think it's time, right?
Yeah, and time, yes.
All right, there we go.
God, I missed a few seconds. Oh, goodness.
no.
Yeah.
Seconds. It's looking about like I think a 28 something. There we go. Looks like it's probably like a 28 flat because I saw a few seconds run over. But GG, it was a great run.
Yeah, that was
So,
really good.
Larxa, we already did some shout outs, but if anyone wanted to check you out on Twitch and watch more Larxa, where can they find you? On anywhere?
Twitch.tv/Larxa. Yeah. Catch me live.
All right, that works.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, I want to thank you both for being here. It was a great time watching Alien Isolation. It's always, I think, one of my favorite horror games to watch, especially as a speed run. And you don't always get to see 90% CC only. A lot of times you get to see the longer category, which is great. But sometimes I like being able to see a game like this get absolutely broken.
Yeah.
So before we do head on off to the next few runs on our docket, both of you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, do you want something to add? Well, no, actually not. I'm glad I woke up in time because I set my alarm at 4 instead of, at 3:30.
Yeah, I guess I'll just say if this is your first time ever watching the game, definitely like the speedrun is obviously nothing like how it is casually. The casually of this game is amazing. It's like 15 hours. It's really long. It's really freaking good. So
Yeah.
definitely check it out if it's your first time seeing the game.
All right. Well, that being said, we're going to be gearing up our next game. I do want to thank you both for being here again, both Larxa and Distortion. And we're going to go over to a quick wellness break. This is the time to stand up, touch your toes, stretch your legs, do what you need. Before we do that, though, I do just want to say that Frame Fatale's Games Committee applications are currently open. If you would like to join that, feel free to go to gamesdonequick.com to apply to help out with the Frame Fatale's event. Anyway, that being said, we'll be right back, and our next game will be BioShock. So be right back.